Hello everybody, and this is going to be me talking about video games. So, I want to start with Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII. Probably my third least favorite in the series. You guys know which two are first, because they're the worst in the series. But, it's a good game. I don't enjoy it very much. The battle system was entertaining. It was better than a lot of the other Final Fantasy games, like 12, 13, 13-2. Not as good as 8. They stepped it up a lot in 8, and 9 had the best. No, 10 had the best. 9 had the second best. But anyway, so the battle system. I'm gonna start talking about the materia, I guess. I love the materia, but I didn't like how they gave me so many characters when I could only use 3. That kind of pissed me off. I hate it when I can only use 3 characters in RPGs. I don't know why. 4 makes it seem better, you can do more, and I don't know, there's more to do while you're fighting. 3 just pisses me off. I don't know why so many games only have 3 characters you can use. But in some of the better Final Fantasies you could use 4, even 5. I think it was Final Fantasy IV that you could use 5 characters. I think it was all 5. But in 7, it's kind of cool how you can build any one of the characters however you want. And they handled it a lot better than they did in 12. And but why do I have so many characters? And so many of them are so useless to the story. The only thing I don't like about 7's battle system is I don't know if I don't know, actually I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't think you can select everybody for your spells. Like in a lot of the Final Fantasy games you can hit right trigger or something, or do something where you can select everybody in your team and like use a healing spell or something on them, and select everybody in the enemy team and use a fire spell on them. Like I know you can in 9, but I don't think I can in 8 and 7. So that kind of made me mad. At least I don't know how to. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about the battle system, but I have a lot to say about the characters, so sit tight and wait for that shit. So yeah, the characters. I hate almost all of the characters. The only one that I can stand even a little bit is Barrett, and that's because he actually has the best reason to even be following Cloud around. I mean, let's see. Tifa's just following Cloud just to follow Cloud. And she has absolutely no character whatsoever. Eris is literally just following Cloud for no reason at all, and she has even less character, which is why I wasn't even fazed at all when she died. She's just the innocent flower girl, and they're just being hunted. Well, I guess he's kind of protecting her, and so she wants to follow him, but like she dies from it anyway, so like he's taking her into worse and worse danger while he's trying to keep her safe, and they've only known each other a couple weeks, and somehow they're in love, and he's so devastated when she dies. I wasn't fazed at all. I didn't even care that Eris died. Barrett has only one character trait, and that's black. He's black, which is pretty sad. And let's see, there's Barrett, one character trait. Tifa, none. Eris, 1. Red 13, no character trait at all. They kind of tried to develop his story a little bit when you go to his village, but they failed. Kate Sith, even worse. He's like the worst character I've ever seen in my life. His motivations make no sense. His actions make no sense at all. He's a stupid looking character. He's useless in battle. So, I mean, oh god, Kate Sith. Now, I'm not gonna really say that Tifa and Vincent didn't have a reason to be there, because they really don't actually have a reason to be there. They're optional characters. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they even put optional characters in a Final Fantasy game. They've never done that before, as far as I can tell. Kina in 9 was, you could get her earlier, than you were supposed to, so she's semi-optional, but only up to that point. And I don't think they have any other optional characters in any of the Final Fantasy games. So that was kind of a cool idea. I wish they'd do that more. But I also wish they wouldn't make them so shitty. Vincent is cool looking, but again, he's pointless to the story. I mean, if you're going to have an optional character, at least them have an optional, you know, if you get them in your party, it changes the story, you know. Not a whole lot. It doesn't have to totally alter the story, but just have them do something. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about Tifa or Yuffie and Vincent, but Cloud. Oh, Cloud. He's probably the worst of all of the Final Fantasy main characters. I'm counting Lightning and fucking Cecil. I didn't like Cecil very much, by the way. Cecil, he had more character, but still, he was kind of annoying. I'm counting Vaughn and Lightning. I'm counting them among this list, and Cloud is by far the worst. He's a badass, yeah, but only later, only after he fucking mans up and stops whining about things that never happened to him. He's a psychopath, which is, I guess, an interesting character trait for the main character of a story to have. Like, he's a complete and utter, like, what's that word? Stalker psychopath, because he's so obsessed with Zack that he actually tricks himself into thinking that he is Zack. He's fucked up in the head. And, I guess that's interesting, but he's annoying while he does it. Like, he does nothing but bitch and moan. And I know so many people have said that before, but that's his only character trait. He's just, I'm so sad. I mean, even Squall had more character than Cloud, and Squall was just the antisocial one. But I'll talk about that, I guess, if I ever talk about Final Fantasy. So, yeah, Cloud. I don't like Cloud very much, and kind of pissed me off that I had to use him in my party. Like, if you're gonna have so many characters, especially when they're all exactly the same, there's no difference between any of them, and you just build them how you want. Why can I not switch out my main character? Why? I could do it in 12 and 10, and you could build your own characters in those too, and I could switch out the main character. Why is Cloud so pivotal? He's not. I don't want him in my party. I want Vincent, Tifa, and Red 13 in my party. That's who I want to fight Sephiroth with. But no, I have to. Secondly, the story. Thirdly, the story. It is the most strangely paced story I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they pretty much could have gotten away with ending that on disc 1. Like, they really could have. After disc 1, it's just stretched out way too far. It's absolutely ridiculous. I got bored so many times and just stopped playing that game. The only reason I even finished it is because everybody's so raving homo about it. Oh my god. People go on about this game like it's the fucking epitome of RPGs when it's actually one of the worst. I do enjoy playing it, but that doesn't mean it's a good game. I also enjoy playing Barbie's Horse Adventure just because it's fucking ridiculous, but that doesn't mean it's a good game. I've never actually played that game, but whatever. You know, there's always that shitty game that you like to play, but you know it's shit, and you gotta admit it's shit. And that's Final Fantasy VII. It's bad. I mean, there were good things about it. The world was massive, a little too massive. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm walking for like 10 minutes on a plane of nothingness, getting into a random battle every 5 steps. I think they could have gotten away with shrinking the world a little bit and maybe adding more things to do every now and then. But yeah, it's a very strangely paced story, I wish they would have ended it after disc 1, then I wouldn't dislike it so much. Oh, what else is there to talk about? I had another point that I was going to talk about. Maybe that's it. Well, that's Final Fantasy VII. Take it or leave it.